Welcome, everybody, to Taste Different Gaming News. What's on the news today? Well, we're getting our first look at an all-digital Series X. And it's white. All right. Back in February, I reported, as an Xputer website, that Microsoft had plans to release a new Xbox console this year. A white-colored Xbox Series S that features a digital-only format. Similar to the Series S, now recent developments have led to Xputer sources to reveal via email what that console is going to look like when it hits this summer. Now, just as a word of the wise, the website images came from, I believe, a Bowtie spy camera. So they're not the most high quality, high res. It's almost like somebody used crayon, but you can still tell. So the photos of these units sent exclusively to Xputer aren't exactly top quality, but they should be able to illustrate its overall design to a reasonable extent. There's a clear absence of a disk drive on the front. On the back, the peripherals and ports remain pretty much the same. So the images that they received is basically it's your black Series X, but white with no disk drive. So it does not say if it's any smaller or anything like that. But to get you up to speed on my previous post, Xputer states the white Xbox Series X has a few of its components upgraded, such as heatsink, but elsewhere there are no major enhancements to talk about. Its price, as per their knowledge, is expected to be introduced in a lesser bracket as compared to the currently available Series X, which retails for $500. So the new white digital Series X should be probably, I'm going to guess, if it's true, it's going to be $50 difference. I don't see him dropping that much on it. Phil Spencer feels adamant about the importance of physical games despite the gradual push to digital media. In the day and age we all live in today, the company's current strategy does not hinge on people moving all digital. Though the release of the new digital-only console, I can see Xbox is preparing to go that route. So long story short, Microsoft, and basically their true standard, if this is accurate, they're going to do what they typically do when they make an alterated console. They flip the color, and that's it. So I personally would not buy the all digital. It's just not me. Now, granted, me and Nick, we game share and we buy all digital for Xbox. So, but we also buy used games for things that we wanted to play, but we just never did. And, we found it on sale, GameStop, you picked it up for $85, they traded it in for $3. So digital is okay, but not for us, at least not right now, not until we're completely forced into it. So let's jump into these, oh my God, images. They're terrible. Essentially, let's jump in here to Nick and find out what Nick thinks. Honestly, I have no idea what to say about these damn images. It's almost hilarious. So, Nick, what do you think, buddy?
The images look like they were using Netscape, back in school, whenever you pop up the image and it would just slowly come in one line at a time. And yeah, it's all pixelated and everything. You're like, I think I can make it out. That's pretty much what this looks like. I mean, yeah, it's an Xbox Series X that's white and no disk drive. That's basically it. Updating the heatsink is pretty normal. They tend to do that a lot with reiterations. I think even the PlayStation Slim has an updated heatsink. I think even newer models of the original PlayStation 5 have a different heatsink. That are still the fat ones with the CD tray and everything like that. The original ones, the newer-ish models that came out later on to the market, they were just a different serial number. But I think when they popped them open, there was a different heatsink layout. on there using a different setup for the heatsink. So that's pretty normal. We see that a lot when newer iterations of consoles come out. They usually change up the heatsink. Either they found a better, more efficient way, or they figured they don't need as big a heatsink to be able to still keep the console cool, right? So they can kind of save some money by shaving off some of the fins, right? Or whatever they need to do to save cash there. But, of course, that usually doesn't go towards the consumer. They just save money on their end. I suspect this will be cheaper because it doesn't have a disk drive in it. But I suspect, like Shane said, if it is cheaper, it'd be about $50 cheaper. This wouldn't, like Shane said, we also mainly do digital, mainly because of GameShare. I wouldn't buy an all digital console. I would if the price difference was significant enough, right? Then I'd be like, okay, well, maybe I will go that route. But $50, I'd be like, you know what? I'd rather spend the $50 and have the option of the disk drive than not, right? So it would have to be a pretty big difference in price for me to, think about preferring a digital console. I like having the option of having the disk drive, so I can pop a disc in there. I still like physical media. We don't do it a lot for Xbox, but for PlayStation and Switch, I have a crap ton of physical games. I have some for Xbox, but not very many. Mostly digital on that one. But still, this is pretty much the same console. It's just white. That's all there is to it. Whether this is true or not, I don't know. Because we really haven't heard a lot about this. But I could see them doing this. But this is what Microsoft should have done from the start. They should have had the Xbox Series X disc version, and then if they wanted to make a white one, sure, the white all digital Xbox Series X, right? That's what they should have done. That's what PlayStation did. They had two models, one was digital, one was disc, and that's what Xbox should have done. Instead of, they did do that, but they made the Series S and X, which were completely different as far as performance and graphical fidelity and everything like that, which is hindering the market. We've talked about that numerous times. So I don't think this is I don't think if they do come out with something like this, I don't think this is their way of kind of axing the S off. But this might be more of maybe besides just offering a different option, this may be more of talking about, in the future past the next iteration that they may not do a Series S type thing, which is what we would hope for, whatever next console they make, the Xbox Series Y, they make a Y disc version and a Y discless version, right? And then that's it. Right. And not the Series S, the lower end version. They don't need to do something like that. That's what the handheld is going to be for, right? They're making a handheld supposedly. Maybe the handheld's the more like Series S kind of thing. And then they have their premium console, their flagship console. And then you can get a handheld if you want to save some money, but play something that's more in the line of Series S. But yeah, there's nothing really different about this console. It's pretty much the same. So what do you think, Pat?
I would laugh if this doesn't come to fruition and these are just images of a dev kit. Because I would laugh my ass off. But I'm with you guys. I pseudo game share with somebody who doesn't really buy games or anything, so it's just usually me. So, I don't have a reason to buy all digital, but I still do on the Xbox. I don't think my Xbox has tasted a disc at all. It's never had a disc, so it doesn't know what to do. If I put one in there, it'd probably die on me. I don't know. It'd be like, what is this trash? You feed me this physical trash media?
So many terrible things to say.
Right. But in this day and age, I wouldn't buy it neither because I want that option. If there was something that I missed, and with digital, digital is going to be an odd concept because right now I could buy pretty much any game I want, almost all the way back to the 360 era, and some OG games, right? So, until that stops happening, I guess, what's the reasoning? Even the 360 games that you can buy digitally, they're still cheap. It's not like they left them at full price and you gotta wait for a sale. And then, they're competing with the used market. Now, sometimes you can't beat the $5 bargain bin, but yeah, I wouldn't buy the all digital one either, even if it was $50. If it was $100 price difference, I might seriously think about it if I didn't have one already. I'm not buying another one. But I mean, I don't know why they just don't do what you guys said. I would kill off the Series S and just be like, this is a $400 console, $399, all digital, same hardware as the X, the black X, and then the white X, or whatever you want to call it, the XW and the XB, whatever they're going to call it to make it fit their awful naming schema. But they need to kill off the Series S because developers are starting to complain about it. They're coming out of the woodworks talking about how it's hard to code to this thing and have parity. So if it does come out, cool. It's not any reason that I'm going to rush out to get a console. Shane's about the only one who buys multiple Xbox consoles around here. Dude has like three of the Xbox Ones running around his house, and maybe even 4 for all I know.
Not three.
You only got 3. Okay.
Oh, no, shit. I do have 4. One of them is broke.
So he's got 4 of them. I had 2 of the Xbox Ones, but I had the Xbox One and the Xbox One X. My stomach and body have never recouped from that 3 months of Taco Bell trying to win one, but so I don't know. I'm not here for it, but I'm not their targeted market, right? I've already got a Series X, so I'm not their target market. Maybe if you have a Series S, you might be their target market to get you off of that console. And maybe when they put this out, they may go, "Hey guys, this is a $399 console and we have stopped building any more new Series S's." That might be their goal. And I would be all for that and be like, we're wanting to get these out of the market. We are looking to sunset this console for new games in a year. We're letting developers off the hook for anything made after a year or 2. Anything that's coming out this year will still be on all, but after that, there's no guarantees. And I'd be fine with that. A bunch of Series S owners will not be fine with that, but I will be. But I'm not the one who has to deal with the repercussions of that. So, and like I said, I'm not impressed. What would be more impressed is if they came out with a console that let me change out all the faceplates to make them look however I want, or let me do what I can do with the Elite controller. So make me an Elite controller that I can make me an Xbox Series X console that I can go in and design on my own, right? And be like, I'm going to put this color here and that color there, and I'll put some RGB lighting over here. This thing's going to look like it's going to fly. It's going to fly out of my console, CV console, like an F1 racer, F-Zero. So I'd do that probably. I'd probably be like, I bet I can get this $200 trade in or something, or sell this thing on Facebook Marketplace for $300 and then just have to pay $200 for this. And I'd probably do something like that. Maybe that way it's customized to my own, the way I want it. But yeah, that's what I would do. But I'm not interested in just getting an all white digital Series X. How about you, Nick? You gonna buy one of these?
No.
I probably won't. My kids don't.
That means you probably
console. No, the kids don't really play console as much as they used to. They will jump in for Mortal Kombat and things like that.
You haven't given them the option yet.
That may be true. I don't. This last Christmas, Nicholas, I told him, do you want a PlayStation or an Xbox, a Series X or whatever? And he was like, nah. He wanted a bass guitar. He's big into music, so I'm okay with that. Although a bass guitar was shitload more than a damn Xbox, but he uses it and he loves it. So, no, I agree with you, Pat. If actually both of you, if the price was better, a better drop in price, it definitely would be more enticing. One, I could have an Xbox Series X in the living room downstairs if I wanted to. Something like that. It's an option, but I don't need it at all. I've got enough consoles running through the house. the worst part about this whole thing is what you said, Pat. They need to kill the Series S. They just need to. The consoles, Series SX released November 2020, excuse me. So we are coming up on 3.5 years. Be 4 years this November. This console's hurting development on not just third parties, but it's hurting a first party. It's hurting Microsoft. Games like Forza look and run great on it, but they don't go anywhere near what they do on a Series X. And then you have third-party developers like Baldur's Gate. Microsoft had a parity requirement for game development, and they had to break that. I believe that was the first game. They had to break the parity requirement because the Series XS cannot handle it. The Series X is a fantastic machine. Sony fans, Xbox fans, everybody will agree. It's an amazing console. The problem is Microsoft made a dumbass move with the Series S. Plain and simple. Just, it's hurting them. Now, the problem is I don't know if 4 years is a long enough life cycle for a Series S owner. To me, that seems kind of short. 5 years would be right on the cusp, I think. But they would just have to do a parity program for 3 consoles. Which one? Two of them are the same damn console, anyways. Just one without a disc. So then they could weed off of that, but they would have to lower the white digital version. I think they'd have to bring it down $100 to get Series S owners to transfer over. And then maybe even do, like you said, a trade-in program or something. Give them $100 for their Series S, the original, and $150 for the black. That's what they would have to do. Microsoft tried to do something that they thought would be more expansive for their game base, and it actually hurt them more so. But as far as the digital goes, I don't care that much right now because I like the options of digital and physical, plain and simple. Me and Nick Game Share, there's games I might find that I didn't pick up originally. I get them on the cheap. Perfect. Not a big deal for me. Now, I still might get one just to have one because I can say I've got one. But based on these images that look like they just look awful. They look like they
I hope it looks like that when you buy it.
Oh my God!
Those aren't blurred images. those aren't blurred images or bad images. That's actually what it looks like.
But yeah,
that on the potato.
They do look like PlayStation 1. When you walk in somebody's room and you see their console sitting up there, that's what it looks like. It's those bad images. So gotta hope they look better than that. I don't think we have to worry though for a while. I don't think Microsoft will release it anytime soon this year, unless maybe November of this year. Probably be the earliest. But they did just drop the Series S Black. Is that the actual name of it? Series S 2 terabyte? I guess that's what they call it. But I don't think we have to worry about that anytime soon. But if anybody wants to, get a digital version in the Game Share, it's perfect. If you save a few bucks, you don't have one yet, go for it. So, but that's just me. You guys got anything else on this white Xbox of hopes and dreams?
Well, according to certain court documents that leaked, if this is matching up with those, then we would be looking at this one releasing in around the summertime of this year, coming out around summer.
So right now we are, time you watch this, we're going to be
July.
The first portion of April. They would have to
maybe
announce
August
it in June and then release it in September. I don't know. It just seems odd. Seems like too short of a time frame.
According to IGN, the console is reportedly set to be released in June or July and cost less than the standard black Xbox Series X.
Believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. Right now, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that one too. It's I don't know I mean, you can't just and look what happened the last time somebody said, "Hey, here's a new console. It's out now." That was the Saturn, and it bombed. So we don't need another one of those. All right, you guys got anything?
I'll take another
else?
Saturn.
I would love another Saturn. I would love a Dreamcast. Bring me Dreamcast. You know what? If Microsoft decides to die with the Xbox, partner with Sega, bring me back Dreamcast. The Dream Box X, something cool like that. And with the controller with the VMU in it again. Come on, that was badass. Raising my little Sonic the Hedgehog. Hell yeah.
They should really bring that back, like something like that. Like they talked about those prototypes of the controllers that had the screen on them. They should make something similar to that for future consoles. I mean, that would if it had a screen on the controller, that would be a very expensive controller, though. I mean, they're already expensive, so.
Nah, they just go with the old Tamagotchi screens.
Don't drop that thing. First time you drop it, you're gonna have an iPhone looking screen with cracking.
They're gonna start selling protection plans and just screen like it'll covers. Be like screen covers. It'll be like a cell phone company for the controllers now.
It'll be don't forget your OtterBox for your controller.
Oh yeah, this is I would actually really like the screen. And there's been many patents that have popped up supposedly for Sony and Microsoft, even Nintendo, but technically Nintendo's doing with a Switch, sort of. So we'll just have to wait and see. But if you guys got nothing else, we're going to head on out of here and tell everybody thank you for listening to the end. Thank you for getting all the way here, but let us know what you think. Most importantly, let us know what you think. Do you want a white Xbox? Do you want a digital Xbox Series X? Do you think it's a mistake and Microsoft should kill the S and replace it with a digital? I think that's a consensus here. Let us know what you think. Do you think Microsoft is going to be able to pull themselves out of this? Because they're having a lot of console issues with the parity and everything with the Series S and X. So let us know what you think. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, notifications. Boy, there's a lot of buttons to hit. Just hit them all at the very beginning from now on. It's a lot easier on you. And until next time, see ya.